You guys, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I am podcasting again today with the gorgeous Fiona.
Hi guys.
Fiona Frills,
What's up?
CEO of Frilliance. We're going to be talking all about clean beauty, and her and a couple of the other ladies are joining me this Saturday for the Clean Beauty Con. So you guys have to go check it out.
Hey beauties, thanks for tuning in and welcome to the one and only Clean Beauty Podcast. Did you know that in America, cosmetics are not regulated? Companies are free to add thousands of potentially harmful ingredients that personally cause me to have health problems. Hi, I'm the creator of Lash Binder and your host, Cassandra McClure. I've worked in the beauty industry worldwide for over 10 years as a wedding and celebrity makeup artist. Now, I'm on a mission to ban 1,500 ingredients by advocating for cleaner and greener cosmetics. Join me every Monday right here for a new episode on the Clean Beauty Revolution.
Ooh, I like your mic. That's a nice mic.
Thanks. I was just ordering new stuff last night because I'm doing so much from home and I need a bigger setup. So have you been doing like work on your products, or are you doing more like filming and stuff?
A little bit of both right now. Our lab is actually closed currently, as with pretty much anything. So not too much work on the physical products, but we have been working with our PR firm a lot. And then I have been filming a lot because everyone at home is watching YouTube, so it's a great time to post. But at the same time, it's really hard to get certain things for my videos. So I've had to like scour the web for certain things because Amazon isn't shipping things really fast now because of quarantine. So it's just like, it's a big adjustment for when it comes to shipping stuff. So yeah, mainly YouTube right now because everything is kind of closed with Frilliance, but at the same time, a little bit of both, definitely.
Totally. Okay, so I have a couple questions that I saw that we could talk about, but I also kind of just wanted to let you kind of give us the lowdown on everything that you're doing and where you're at. I started following you on TikTok. So I first wanted to ask you like what your thoughts are on TikTok and like what you have been seeing like trend wise. Like, have you seen a big difference in the way people are showing up, and are there more like, are you getting feedback and questions? Like, how are people like responding? You're in your age group, the younger generation.
I would say TikTok is a very, very big platform, and it's growing super fast. Like every single one of my friends uses TikTok. We all go on it. I feel like it's a very like young platform. Like whenever my mom opens it, she'll be like, what does this mean? And I'm like, it's more of like an inside joke for teens. Like it's one big like inside joke almost, but at the same time there's so many different ways to use TikTok. Like I have bought, I want to say over 5 products just because of TikTok. Like people will like show like the music, like a body butter or a shaving cream, or like an electric lighter for your candle. And I was like, that's so brilliant because like I always have to go buy new ones to light my candles. So I was like, this is perfect. And then there's just like so many things that you can find on TikTok. So I feel like it's a very time consuming app. Not exactly sure how to feel about it, but I do use it a lot. I would say I probably spend an hour on it every day, which is horrible, but I do.
Yeah, you go down the rabbit hole, right? So I did
Yes.
it last night and I was probably on it at least 2 hours, but it's so fun. And then it makes you want to create. Like there's not a lot of apps you go on, like Instagram's almost, because you're like, ooh, I want to one up that person in that dance or in that whatever. But like on Instagram, you can almost feel like, oh, she's so pretty. This picture is so edited. But like at home videos are now just like, they're 20 seconds. It might take you an hour to film it, but it's so fun. And it's like, it's addicting. So
It is.
I'm with
It
you.
is.
What is your favorite like hype song right now? Like who is your favorite artist that you think's underrepresented?
Oh God. I would say, oh my gosh, that's so hard for me. I'm trying to think. I love so many different kinds of music. I love like country music. I love rap. I love pop music. I like EDM. Oh my god. Okay, I would say Louis the Child. It's a very like soft kind of music. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like EDM but also pop, and it is they're an amazing band. I saw them live actually 2 years ago at Coachella. It was amazing. That was like one of my best like experiences in a concert live. So I would say Louis the Child. Very, very interesting music. That's different, and I love it. It's very happy.
Okay, cool. So let's like start talking a little bit about beauty. So what got you into makeup? Like, do you remember the first time you tried makeup? Was it like wearing your mom's stuff, or was it, like with your friends?
Yes. Oh my gosh. This is like, and that just like popped right into my head, this memory. I was at my aunt's house. My aunt loves makeup. Like all my aunts love makeup. My mom never really wore makeup. Like she maybe put mascara on. So I learned everything I knew from my aunts. So whenever I went over to their houses, I was really young at this point. Like I want to say I was like, it's barely in my memory, and I'm pretty sure a picture helped me remember. So probably around 7-ish. And I like grabbed my aunt's lipstick and I like drew all over my face with it, and then I walked out and my aunt's like, oh my god, like what'd you just do? And I was like, it's lipstick, oh my god. So like that was like my first memory with just like messing around with like lipstick and makeup. And then I slowly started just getting into it more. Like my aunt would give me some makeup and then I'd try it out. It never looked very good, but I was like learning. Then I started creating crayon. Whoa, no. Crayon. Yeah, crayon lip
Crayons.
balms. Yeah, I was
Oh,
like, yeah. So I like melted them on a stove and I put Vaseline, and then I would use it as lip balm, which I don't consider clean or healthy, but I thought it was fun. I felt like Martha Stewart kind of. So yeah, that's a few of my first memories with makeup.
those are very unique memories.
hmm
Very cool. Okay, so what kind of brands did you first start getting into, and like how did you get into clean so young? Because you're a teen. I mean, you're a teen. So
hmm
how did that all work into everything?
I would say I started with like drugstore brands. Like I would just go to like CVS with my mom, like just to like she wouldn't really like she wouldn't know that I was going to go look at the makeup. So like let's say she was going down like the shampoo aisle, I'd go walk over to the makeup section and go like try things on, even though there's not normally testers. I think there used to be for a few products, and I would just like play around with them. And I'm like, Mom, can I get this? And then I slowly started like accumulating a little collection. Then I would say that those are just like drugstore brands like Maybelline, NYX. NYX was one of my favorites. And Elf was really good. I use like just like the kind of classic, I guess, like beauty brands that aren't very clean. Of course, at the age of like 9 and like 8, like your skin isn't really that sensitive because it's so like I don't know, it just wasn't sensitive then for me, so I could use whatever. But then is it once I got to like the age of 10 and 11, my skin just got so bad, which I feel like a lot of people say it is from like hormones, which I do understand. Like there's definitely hormonal acne, but there's also breakouts that are like around like beauty products. Like there are these like little bumps that are just so frustrating. They cover pretty much your whole face. It makes you look like a saltine almost, like a little like bumps like everywhere. So I was very frustrated by that. So I started researching brands. That's what I really like kind of started to do. I was just like, okay, let me go look at the ingredients in these brands, because I was like, there has to be something in here that I'm allergic to. And then I started looking like up all the ingredients on like EWG and stuff, and I was like, why are these so bad for your skin? Like, why would they put these in these products? So my mom was always kind of into like healthier like things in general. Like I was vegan from, I don't even know, like I think I've been vegan for like 6 or 7 years. Such a long time. I didn't even realize it's been that long. But my mom's always been a very like health nut person. So she like showed me a few websites. She's like, oh, you should look on I think it was, oh my gosh, I don't know if I remember the website for it. It was plain, oh my gosh, I really want to remember it, but I don't know if I'm be able to. It was just like this clean website. There was a bunch of like different clean beauty products, and I realized how expensive they were, and I was like, oh my god, these are really expensive. So I think I just started off by buying like a concealer, because that's like one of the first things you put on your face. So I kind of just like discovered it from like looking at ingredients and then asking my mom about it. So yeah, I guess my mom was a big help in that, which I'm grateful for.
So you mentioned EWG. Is that because your mom like told you about the site, or did you find that?
I found that by just searching up like how to tell if ingredients are bad. And then like I think EWG popped up, and then I like pasted like the ingredient into EWG and it told me about it and it like rated it. And I was like, oh, well, this is useful. So I just started doing that with a bunch of ingredients. And I realized that so many of the products I was using were definitely breaking me out. So I just kind of cut off makeup. I was like, nope, like I'm going to stop. But I missed it because I loved putting makeup on. I felt like it was just so fun. So that's definitely when I started buying more clean beauty and really like understanding ingredients.
So do you think there's a difference between you and maybe some of your friends that didn't have parents that were more health conscious, and that's why you got more into it? Or was it more because you had the outbreaks, or was it a combination of both? Because obviously these brands are still doing very well, and there's so many young people that I see on Instagram that are influencers that post, about Chanel and all these, smaller brands still like Elf, and then the bigger brands too, and everything in between, Jeffree Star and all of that stuff. And it always makes me think, oh, these people are living in a bubble. How do they not know about clean beauty and like cleaner products?
It's honestly insane. I feel like it's a mixture of like two things. For me personally, I feel like it was just like seeing my skin break out, like when it was like perfectly clear and then it just like got bad. Like it made my self-confidence go down. I barely could look at people in the eyes. Like whenever I'm breaking out, it's really hard for me to like make eye contact, which is like the worst thing ever because I love making eye contact. Like it's just like you're talking to the person, so you should make eye contact. And then also the fact that like my mom is more like natural, and my mom like kind of just like has always talked to me about those things. So it kind of just like it collided, and I was like, oh, I feel like there's definitely clean beauty out there. So I think it's like a mix of both that really helped me. But yeah, no, when it comes to like different people using like products that are just not healthy whatsoever, like Chanel, like I bought one product from Chanel. I think it was like the 10-day soul, I don't know, some like bronzer thing, I don't even know how to pronounce it. And I used it for 2 days and I got breakouts all along the outer perimeter of my face, and I was like, are you kidding me? I just spent like $70 on this. But I just bought it because I was like, oh, it's Chanel, like it can't do any harm. But I knew that clean beauty was a thing still. I just was like, oh, Chanel, like I don't know, it didn't click with me. And then I bought it because I was like, this is cool, and I regret it. And now I really understand that you have to look at the ingredients and understand like what's in those products before buying them. Even if it's like not clean beauty, there's still like a few products from the drugstore that you can find that are more or less on the clean side. But still, clean beauty is definitely the goal always. And a lot of people, I feel like, can't afford it, especially teens, because teens are just starting to work, like they're working at a coffee shop maybe, like they're working after school, so they can't get that many hours in. And that's when I feel like teens don't have a lot of money to spend, so they're like a little more conscious. But I feel like once they get their hands on clean beauty, they're going to definitely get hooked because they're going to see their skin clearing up and like understand like, oh my god, like I really do need to be putting my money into this. So I feel like it's not like people need to just like invest in it initially so they can really see how it works.
Okay, so what are some of your favorite brands right now?
I would say honestly, I am so biased. Frilliance, I use that all the time. That is my beauty brand. I actually have the box right here. Ooh, fun. So I use the highlighter and the cream blush every single day. Same with the lip gloss, the primer / serum. So I have like a good base already with my beauty line. So I know those products 100% will not break me out. And then when it comes to concealers, I am actually working on one right now for Frilliance, so I'm using that. And so a lot of my products are Frilliance, and I usually just stick to that because I know it won't break me out. But I also like Alma Pure. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I think that's how you pronounce it. I
There's
don't
so
know.
many brands, it's so hard to say, and it's like, why?
Exactly. I know. I'm like, I think that's um but it's a mainly powder brand, so I use their powder to set my face. And then honestly, I'll kind of experiment with mascaras. My eyes aren't insanely sensitive, which I'm grateful for, even though like my eyes are like, they're very like, they're close to your like everything. Like if you touch your eyes, like I'm sure as everyone knows right now, like don't touch your eyes because COVID-19. Like it goes into your body, and it's not the best thing. It's like a very easy way to get sick and get chemicals in your body. But I still experiment with like different mascaras because I'm trying to develop one myself. So I'm really trying to figure out what is good in like all these different ones to combine it. But I would say Tarte, I know is not the necessarily the cleanest, but I have like their mascara recently. But yeah, I'm no expert when it comes to clean beauty. I'm still learning about it. But I definitely think it's super important, and more people need to be aware about it. So I'm still testing things out myself, and I'm gonna start buying some more products from like Detox Market and Credo, stuff like that. So yeah, still experimenting myself.
Cool. So do you think that your friends are a little bit more aware and buying more cleaner products because of you, or are they still buying whatever because their skin isn't affected? Like you and I both had actual skin issues. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge thing, right? They're like, well, it doesn't break me out. This is fine for me, right? So is that kind of the
Yeah.
case with your friends, or are they kind of like all about Frilliance and clean beauty and
Yeah, no, I would say it really depends on the person. Yeah, okay, this is interesting. Like one of my like best friends, actually, you know what's so sad is none of my best friends have bad skin. Like their skin is flawless, and I'm just like, I hate you guys. Like give me your genes. Um, but they have like pretty much perfect skin all the time. And they're not super cautious about clean beauty. Like a few are like one of my close friends, Barrett, I give all my products like Frilliance products because I'm like, yeah, just use it like to get them into like the clean beauty. And my one of my best friends, Barrett, she noticed, she's like, oh my god, I never break out when I'm wearing your products. I'm like, see, like I'm trying to tell you. And so I feel like they're slowly starting to realize it, but they're not insanely educated on it. And I definitely feel like I should educate them more about it. But I don't know. Sometimes like you don't want to listen because you're like, oh, I already bought all these products that were so expensive. I don't want to have to repurchase a bunch of others. So it
it's all
really
about the
depends on the
swap?
friend. What was that?
It's all about the swap. Like if you do a video or just one product, like that's what I've been doing, and I get a huge response because they're like, oh, well, I was just about to buy a new blank blank whatever mascara, or you eventually run out, and it's like, what do you run out of? Okay, like you run out of foundation or you run out of highlighter. So if you just do that one video, they're going to remember, oh, she did a video on what I could be switching to. And so that
Mm-hmm.
might be more helpful because it is overwhelming. Like when I first started in clean beauty, everyone was like, well, you threw away all your stuff and you bought all new products. Like we can't do that. We want to use the rest of
Mm-hmm.
our stuff. Like there's nothing wrong with it for us. So
Yeah.
it was all about, they were like, well, what do you recommend? And then I'd slowly start getting people, okay, what blush do you recommend? And then I give them like 3 options. And so I would start to those.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like those are powerful, especially when someone's like starting to think about switching and like doing a product like, your mist or something like that, or a
Yeah.
lip gloss. Like, oh, we could
Mm-hmm.
switch out the MAC. We could switch out, the YSL or whatever. And you can be like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, and it's even way cheaper and it works better and it's like
Yeah.
nicer. And like tell them all the benefits. So yeah,
You're
no,
so
it
right.
is. It's tough to get people to kind of decide when that time is. And a lot of them decide too late. Like they let health issues take over and it's like not fun.
Yeah, no, that's so true. I feel like everyone like it happened to me very, very young though when I got those skin reactions. So I realized it very soon. And in a way I'm grateful for it. Like I'm like glad that that it happened. But at the same time I feel like a lot of people wait for something bad to happen to switch, which is understandable because you don't think about it. You know what I mean? You're not thinking about it, but I feel like as like clean beauty gets out there more and more and more, people will definitely start to realize it and switch before the problem happens, which is the goal.
Do you follow or get your information from anybody that's your age? Like, I feel like I don't know anyone under 25 or I guess 30 that is talking about this actively.
Actually, I don't. I really do not know anyone who is my age who is talking about like clean beauty. I feel like I don't know. I I don't know. I don't know why exactly. I feel like there's so many ways to like find out about it. And I'm definitely really trying to like spread the word about it, but like I'm just one person, so like it's harder.
With a huge influence though. Like I feel
Yeah.
like that's you, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like I definitely still want to talk about it more. I don't want to like overkill, like constantly talk about it, but at the same time, I think it's so important. So I want to make sure girls understand that because it is so hard. I feel like it's really hard to find all that information out yourself. Like I went through like months of like looking up ingredients to really see like, wow, these products are not too good. So I feel like I am definitely one of the only ones talking about it, which I hope that there's more soon. Definitely.
So can you talk about ingredients? Because I feel like for even people my age and older, like my mom still doesn't understand what, you know, phenoxyethanol is. So how did you begin to consume that information and be able to understand it and use it when you're buying products and formulate your own products?
Yeah, so I would say I am definitely no expert when it comes to ingredients. Like I'm dyslexic and I have a weird relationship with words. Like it's hard for me to process them constantly. And ingredients are the weirdest words. Like I swear to God, the word is this long. I'm like, how many letters can one word be? So I'll look them up and I'll read about them so I don't have to like read the actual word itself. But I do have like my lab for that, and also my mom. My mom has like this whole like book of just like ingredients that we shouldn't use. So I'm not super familiar with every exact ingredient, and I'm very bad at pronouncing ingredients. Like I swear, when I'm on the phone with my lab, I'm like, so what is da 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 like trinethan? I'm like, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. So I would say like there's a few ingredients that I feel like are considered clean that for super sensitive skin and like acne prone skin I would not recommend, which are actually more like they're supernatural products. They're or ingredients. They're like coconut oil. Coconut oil is the death of me. Like literally if I touch it near my skin, I get a pimple there. Like I had this lip balm that was coconut oil based. My all around my lips, I just got breakouts. And I was like, it's coconut oil. Like I eat coconut oil. Like what's wrong with this? And I was just very confused by it. And then I did a lot of research on it. And there's just so many different like products and ingredients that are just so bad just for acne prone skin. Like I don't eat coconut oil, but like I'll put it in popcorn and stuff like that. And it's good for you. But not topically. And same with shea butter, actually. A lot of like thicker ingredients, I find that they're just not good at all for my skin. And then there's many, many more. Like a lot of the pegs I don't like. Fragrance is something that is I am on the fence about. I don't like it personally, but a lot of people are like, oh, but it smells good. I'm like, no, it's not good for your skin. So those are like the main ingredients that I focus on that I like know by heart, but there's obviously experts to tell you, so I don't want to miseducate.
So you said pegs, but I think you talking about PEGs?
Yes, I always say
Okay.
peg because my mom calls it peg because we just both are like peg, yeah, peg this. Like it's like peg 7 or like it's like with the numbers at the end, and I always call them pegs. But yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah, polyethylene glycol. So
yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So we definitely look out for those on labels, but I feel like some of them are actually not that bad, and it does get really confusing for people. So it becomes this well, okay, if it has it, then I won't buy it. But then other people don't care at all. So it is,
Mhm.
but you're saying that it affects your acne, like you notice your skin change when you.
I do notice it, and I feel like I notice it when there's combinations of ingredients. It honestly it takes a long time to really figure out exactly what's breaking you out. I can more or less like figure out like just like once I create one formula, I try it for like a good month and see if it breaks me out. If there's anything in there, then I kind of switch it up. So like I was constantly switching up all the products to make sure and like find out which products were breaking me out, and not necessarily specific ingredients, because there's like to figure out exactly what's breaking me out at all times. But I find combinations and oh my, it says my internet is unstable.
Oh, you're
Can you hear
good.
me?
You cut out for
Okay.
a second, but you're fine.
Okay. Okay. Um so yeah, I would say it's really hard to figure it out. But I definitely know formulas and beauty lines and different brands that break me out.
What do you think about ColourPop?
Um yeah, I would say no, not for me. It's not bad. I know it's very affordable. I would say I've used their eyeshadows before. I do like their like cream eyeshadows, but besides that, I don't think it's that special. I know that, or I'm pretty sure ColourPop and Kylie Cosmetics are my god, produced in the same lab. So I find that interesting. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy some of the liquid lipsticks from ColourPop because maybe they're like dupes for the Kylie ones. But I didn't really find them that special in general. So I think it's cool that they're cruelty free. But besides that, I'm just like, it's nothing special to me personally.
Yeah, how do you feel about Kylie's stuff?
Same with Kylie's, of course. I really look up to Kylie because she started a beauty line very young, and she's always been in like the social media and like I don't know, I don't fully support everything she does, but like at the same time I still am like she's done a really amazing job, and I think she's very smart, and she has a very smart team. Um so of course I like of course bought some of her products. I was like, why not? I don't like they're not like insanely great. Like they're okay. I have like her eyeshadow palettes and her like liquid lipsticks, but they're not like that special in my opinion. They're just have Kylie's name on them. So I kind of wanted them just as like a souvenir almost, but I don't use them like rarely ever, which was a waste of money.
Totally. So how has COVID impacted the way that you are creating content? Has things changed for you at all?
Um, I would say I'm very grateful because I have always worked from home, and I have done like homeschool, online school for almost all my life, since fourth grade. So it doesn't feel insanely different. The only thing that has been affecting me is my lab is currently closed right now. And shipping for all the products that I always use for my videos, or like when I'm testing a certain product or I'm doing my nails at home, like I've had to like scour the internet to find places that are still shipping out stuff, because Amazon is taking like a few weeks for non-essential items, which is understandable completely. Like you have to focus on the essential things. So it's been more complicated to get to like filming, but once I have the products, it's nothing too crazy because I always film in my studio or in my room. So nothing too crazy, but I miss my friends. So that's one
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
No, I mean like the content that you're actually producing. Have you thought about like, or are you kind of now thinking, wow, I could actually do some videos on this, like that you didn't maybe have time to do before? Or have people asked you about COVID things? So you're doing like my quarantine, like I haven't been on your
Yeah.
page recently. Have you done any like quarantine things, or have you done any like, here's my at-home beauty regimen right now, or anything like that?
100%. I would say no, I have not. I did like a quarantine, or not really like a quarantine get ready with me. Like I wasn't really going anywhere, so it was like my quarantine get ready with me. So I did that, but no one's really asking about it because I feel like a lot of my viewers have parents that are already like educating them about COVID. So I haven't talked about it that much, and I try to keep my channel very positive and uplifting, and I feel like for a lot of kids right now it's very hard on them, especially my friends and me included. I don't like being inside that much, so it's hard. But I feel like we're pushing through it. But I haven't talked about it that much. I just want everyone to stay safe and stay inside, and spend time with their families, and their pets. So that's kind of what I've just put out there. But I feel like everyone's opinion is slightly different on it, so I don't want to, like, I don't know, weave my little way into their heads. So
Totally.
I like leave it up to the families to educate the kids on that.
Cool. Have you been producing more content now that you are inside more?
Yes. I would say yes. It depends on the week. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna film like every single day this week because I have nothing else to do. And then other weeks I'm like, I have to wait for all the stuff to get in, and I'm lazy, so like I'll have to order everything, and it takes a few weeks to get in. So it goes in like definitely waves, but that's always how it's been. Like some week I'm like really motivated, and the next I'm like, do I really want to film right now? I'm just like not in the right mindset to film. So I'm actually filming today. I'm filming a video where I'm doing my own acrylic nails, which I am terrified for because I've gotten my nails done many times, but I am very nervous to do them myself.
That's interesting. So how does that work? You're doing it with powder and doing it from...
Yes. So I ordered the nail glue, the nail tips, then I ordered the powder, the liquid, the shaver that they use, like the little like drill thing. I ordered buffers, then I ordered different nail polishes, and I ordered oh my god, did I order the light? I may have not have ordered the light. I think I just remembered that. But the light, hopefully I ordered that to put your hand in the gel, or your gel.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ordered everything to do it, and I am very scared because I'm no artist, so don't know how this is gonna work, but I need my acrylics because I've missed them, and all nail salons, of course, are closed.
I know.
So
It
I'm
sucks.
sad. I
It's like the
know.
one thing for me that I'm just used to every week, like getting a new fill, and oh, it sucks. I
Me
feel like
too.
part of me is missing. Like it's just like, and I use my nails for everything, like to open stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what the heck? Like all my boxes. Okay, so what? I mean, are you doing one? You're doing both hands. Like, are you?
Yes. I don't know how in the world, because I am such a right-handed person. I just saw my dad out my window, and I literally thought someone just broke into our house. Holy woly. Okay. Oh my god. And he's wearing like a camo hat, so that just like completely terrified me. Anyways, so yes, I'm gonna do both hands, which I think the right will look like a 3 out of 10. Like not giving myself, I don't think it's gonna look good. My left hand though, oh no, wait.
Yeah,
No, okay, my
you're right.
right hand, yeah, my right hand will look like a solid 0, and my left potentially could look like a 5, or more like a 4. I'm preparing myself for failure because I know that it's really hard to do acrylics, because I have a whole like acrylic nail video series like on my channel, and I understand the process, and I'm like, oh god, what am I doing? I'm setting myself up for disaster.
Yeah.
But
So you have the tools to take them off too, right? The clippers and all that stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's fun. Do you have videos on your website or on your channel where you're like, this is how I use the Frilliance highlighter, this is like the different glosses, all of that?
Yes, I do. I have like a dedicated video on my main channel, just like showing all the products and like how they work. And then I also do a lot of like get ready with me's on my vlog channel.
Okay.
So I do a lot of beauty focused videos on my vlog. So I do have a lot of videos talking about Frilliance on there. And then on the website I have also videos just like showing like how I apply the products and like how different models look like on camera, like with the video aspect to it. So yes,
Cool.
videos.
Okay, cool. So hopping into kind of what we're doing, like, okay, so just to give everyone a background in case they don't know who you are, do you want to like tell them who you are, how old you are, where you're from, and
Yes,
where you live and all that?
of course. I am Fiona Frills. I live in Northern California, and I have a YouTube channel with almost 1 million subscribers, which is insane. And then I also have a beauty line that is specifically clean beauty, and it is also made for teen skin. So it is a teen-focused beauty line, and there's currently 6 products. So yes.
And you're 16 or 17?
I am 16.
16.
Still a little baby. Woo! In my mom's eyes, I'm still a little baby. I think I still am in the grand scheme, but yes,
Yeah.
16.
So a teen clean beauty brand because you're a teen? Is that
Pretty much, yeah. I
Okay.
would say I feel like there's just not a lot of beauty brands that really specifically target teens, because teens have very sensitive skin and a lot of parents don't want their teens wearing that much makeup. So my beauty line is very like clean, very simple. So a beauty line that was targeted towards teens and that is good for teen skin. So yes, that's what I have created.
That's awesome. And so you just recently joined the Clean BeautyCon board of directors.
Yes.
And you're
So
definitely
excited.
the youngest on the board. So congrats.
Thank you.
I think it was really important to have a younger voice to talk about the issues from a teen perspective. And so we kind of go back a little bit, but I think I'd love to know like what your kind of overall message is to other teens and like what you want them to know.
Yeah, no, I would say I feel like I'm so insanely excited to be on the board. I feel like having a teen's perspective is super important because I feel like a lot of people do underestimate teens, but we have so much like knowledge currently because we have our computers. We can like look up anything at every moment in time. So we're very educated in certain things. So mine is definitely like beauty related products and social media. So I'm very excited to be a part of the board. And yeah, so I'm also excited to be speaking this Saturday, correct?
Yeah.
Saturday. Okay, I was like, I forgot if it was Saturday or Sunday. This Saturday. So I'm gonna be talking about like using social media to like market your brand, and kind of just like all around social media, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand social media and understand what like teens and like the younger generation want to see on people's social media. So I will be focusing on social media this time.
Yeah, talking or going back to the TikTok thing. So you said you found like a self-lighting lighter or something, which I have to now find. Are there like links on there, or do you now go Google that and buy it separately?
I Google it and buy it separately. None of it, the reason why I like it is because Instagram is like filled with sponsored things, which I don't despise, but like you have to like know the influencer and know if they're like doing it for the money or if they actually like the brand. For me personally, I will only do sponsored videos if I love the brand. Like I just did a video with Hollister and I love like Hollister's jeans, like they're my favorite jeans. So like I feel like you have to know the creator and really know. With TikTok, they're not getting paid to talk about that brand, so they're just sharing it because they love it, and I'm like, okay, that's amazing. It's very organic, you can tell, and this lighter has like a split in it, so you can like light right where like the wick is, and it's like you can plug it in, you can charge it, so you don't have to use gas or gas
Yeah.
fuel or whatever it is. So yeah, no, it's so nice. I was so hyped when I saw it. So yeah, it's TikTok is a great way to like organically market things.
Very cool. I have to check that out. So how do you search on TikTok? Are you more of like a use a hashtag type thing, or are you just following your friends and then you just scroll and find what's trending, or a little bit of both?
I would say I actually don't like the search features on TikTok whatsoever. I feel like it's really hard to find content. I don't like the search features, so I actually stick away from the search and I use the For You page, and I just start liking things that I personally like. Like, don't like everything. I think a lot of people do that. Like the things that you actually like, and then your For You page will start to look like actually exactly what you like. And like, I swear, like, TikTok reads my mind sometimes, and it's scary. Like, I'll see a TikTok and they'll be like, I know what you're thinking, and then I'm like thinking about like a certain food or like a certain thing or like a movie, and like it's insane. Like, my For You page is exactly what I like. I think they have like little things in my brain like right now. Like, I swear they're hearing me. I'm like, what? Like, how do you know this about me? So I would say I mainly use my For You page, and then I follow some of my like close friends, and like people that I find interesting in like different beauty brands, just to see like what they're doing on there. So yeah, I'll like bounce between my following section and my For You page, but mainly the For You page.
Okay, so are you spending more of your time on there now than Instagram?
Yes. I've never been a big fan of Instagram personally. I find it it's not very, like, not to hate on Instagram, because I think it's still very important in certain ways. I feel like it's very perfect, and I don't think many people like to look at perfect. In my opinion, it makes, I feel like, everyone feel like self-conscious, or just in general, like, oh, like, I don't look like that, but like we all know it's edited. But like still, it's like it just gets to you after a while. So I find Instagram a little toxic sometimes, but at the same time, there's definitely certain people that I feel like you should follow and you should look at, because it's a very like aesthetically pleasing app, and there's so many brands on there. But I don't like to follow models and like fitness models, because it makes me feel like I'm like, okay, I'm trying to work out now, but like that is insane that they look like that. So yes, I have been using TikTok more.
Okay. So how do you connect with all your friends right now? Are you like using FaceTime? Are you connecting with them on Zoom? How else are you talking to them now virtually?
I would say I usually use Snapchat. Like, we all text on Snapchat, and then I'll FaceTime them occasionally. Like, we'll FaceTime each other. But my friends love to FaceTime me at like 1 a.m. and my parents are like sound asleep in the room next to me, so I have to like be super quiet at night. So like, I wish I had like a wall that was just like soundproof, so I could actually talk loudly. But yes, we use FaceTime normally. We haven't used Zoom, but I know my mom has been using Zoom to like see her, like, her family. So I feel like a lot of people are using Zoom, which is cool. I like Zoom a lot. I feel like you can organize a lot of things. But I've heard like people are getting hacked like on Zoom, and they're like putting like weird things in like different meetings, and I'm just like, oh my god,
That's
people
weird.
are crazy. Yeah, it's not a very secure website, supposedly. So people are getting hacked, and like people will join your like meeting. It's funny, but not
It's really
really.
possible if you're putting out your like, because people, you can find people by their phone number. So if you go on their phone number, you can pretty much just go into their meetings, which is true if you don't have a password on it. So like where we're meeting on Saturday for the Clean Beauty Con Summit is on Zoom, but everyone has to put in a password, and like that's
Yep.
kind of how they access the talk. So it has definitely, I've had to learn how to use it in like, under a week to try to get the virtual summits going. So it's been interesting because it has so many features, but you can make it really accessible to join, but you can also
Mhm.
make it really hard for people to join. Like they have to put all their information, their email, verify their email, then do a password and all this stuff. And I'm not
Oh
making it that
god.
hard,
Yeah.
but I know that there are like secure ways to do it. So I'm sure people are just being silly, but
Yeah, I think people are leaking it too, because there's like the password that you give and then the link,
yeah.
and people are just sending it around. Like, a bunch of like, not like celebrities, but like TikTokers have been like logging into people's classrooms like on Zoom and like surprising everyone. And I'm just like, that it's like fun, but you can leak the password very easily, which is, I feel like most people would
Totally.
not do, but like teenagers would love to do that. They would just love to do that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Just to be disturbing people, like the class clowns IRL in digital. So, how do you
Mhm.
feel? I mean, you are kind of already in this, like you said, you are a stay-at-home, like you are homeschooled. How are your other friends homeschooled too, or have they go to school?
No. Well, actually, two of them are already graduated, and then the other two go. Actually, one does like this, like it's like half online school, half in class, half at home school. It's like confusing as heck. But she's fine. She loves being at home, so she's like, I'm good. And then one of my friends who goes to high school in Southern California, she misses school. She's kind of sad about it, but she's dealing with it. And then my two friends who are graduated are pretty bored. Yeah, so it depends on the person. But I feel like everyone who does go to high school, I feel like is missing it right now because they want to see their friends, they want the social interaction. But I'm not super used to like a big group of like social interaction, so I'm like I don't notice it too much.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you like actually going outside, taking walks, like doing that sort of thing? Have you been to the grocery store? Like, have you been out?
I have. I'm personally the person who can't stay in their house for like every like 2 hours. I go on a drive just like around like just a scenic place. Like I'm pretty sure that's not breaking the rules because it's just me in the car. So I like just get fresh air. I'll like sit on like a bench and I'll just like look at like the ocean or like trees or something just to like get some fresh does not unless I'm like doing something like a little active or like outside. But and then I have been to the grocery store. It's kind of scary in my opinion. It's very everyone's just like everyone's quiet. No one's looking at each other. No one's smiling. I feel like there's no joy at all in grocery stores right now, which is sad. So yeah, it's weird. It's a very weird adjustment. And I've just been trying to keep like a positive mindset, like hopefully everyone is getting better and that this will be over before we know it. So yeah, it's scary though. It's scary.
I'm calling you out on your plastic water bottle at home.
Mm-mm.
Girl, what the heck?
I know. My mom buys these from Trader Joe's because I don't drink water unless it's cold. Like I will not
I put
drink
these
it.
in the fridge. They're so nice. You got one at the retreat, right?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't know they were
Keeps it
reusable.
cold so long because it's aluminum.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to do that. I think I probably still have one laying around somewhere.
Plastic water bottles like don't stay cold at all, like very long.
I know it's already like lukewarm. That's why I'm trying to drink it fast because lukewarm water is like one of my like fears in life. I do not like lukewarm or like slightly hot. I'm just like, ugh.
Are we both wearing our PJ bottoms?
Yes, I love that. No, literally no one is like, everyone's like, oh yes, I'm all like dressed and then they like move their knee. But mine are, no wait, what are these? Snowmen.
Oh
What are
yeah,
you?
I got the case
You have
made.
polka dots.
Yeah.
Yours are more classy. Mine are old too. They're like super cropped on me. Like I think I got these in like 6th grade because they're like they don't even cover like down here. It's hilarious. I'm like, what? How did I buy these? But
Oh
they're
my
comfy.
gosh. Funny. Well, you
Yes.
are so fun. I can't wait for Saturday.
Me too.
I will be putting this up today, so you can have everyone go check it out. I'll pop this up on YouTube and everything. Is there anywhere that you want to drop your handles in, like where people can find you?
Of course. My YouTube channel and all my social media, including TikTok, is Fiona Frills. Fiona Frills. And then I also have my beauty line, which is called Frilliance. You can go to frilliance.com. It is spelt like brilliance, but with an F in the front. So yes, check me out, you guys.
Yes, and everyone can use the code, I think, Clean Beauty Podcast.
Yes.
For 20%?
I think.
Or 15 or 10 or something.
I think you can get a free lip gloss. You can get a free lip gloss.
Oh, cool. You guys can get a free lip gloss if you go check it out. Use Clean Beauty Podcast code. And
my bad, 50% off the lip gloss. I just remembered that. I was like, free? I was like, no, 50%.
But everyone will be getting a lip gloss this weekend if they get VIP into the summit.
Yes. I'm so excited.
Yeah. You're always so positive and happy, and so it's going to be a nice change of pace. And I already posted about it in the virtual summit group on Facebook. I also know that you're not really on there very much either.
I'm not on Facebook. No,
but I did a poll and everyone's so excited to hear from you and hear your tips on Instagram, but also on building.
I'll talk about TikTok too, and just like in general social media and building like just like
building
a following on there.
Yeah, building a good network and a community. So I think everyone's really excited. So I'm excited to hear from you too on how you've done that, how you've stayed engaged with people and built a loyal following. So very exciting. Thank you.
I'm excited. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes, no, thank you so much. I feel like I've had social interaction today, but not actually. Because I've been missing people. You know what I mean? Like you miss people after a certain amount of time.
Totally.
Anyway, yes. Thank you so much for having me. I will talk to you Saturday.
Yay. See you
awesome.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Clean Beauty Podcast. I'm so thankful for your support. Share why you love listening in a review on iTunes. Then screenshot that review and share it on your Instagram feed with the hashtag #ban1500. For information on my tour schedule, upcoming events, press announcements, joining my Clean Beauty team, or to book me to speak at your next event, head over to my website, CassandraMcClure.com.